Hello, and welcome to Whodunitville. Today I will be reviewing an episode of the Sister Boñiface mystery series. More specifically, the Season 2, Episode 5 story entitled St. George's Defense. This episode was written by Kit Lambert and directed by Merlin Rice, and it aired April 18th, 2023. For those of you who may not be familiar with the Sister Boñiface mysteries, it is a spin-off of the more modern version of the Father Brown mysteries. And its main protagonist is a nun played by Lorna Watson, who seems to delight in helping the local constabulary solve crimes in the village of Great Slaughter. As for the exact time period in which these mysteries take place, no precise date has ever been given, although in this episode, a character mentions a scene in the film The Great Escape, and as that film was released in 1963, that places this episode no earlier than that. We begin this episode not with a murder, that will come later, but with a visit to Sister Boñiface's convent by her parents, Melise Bonham Crane, played by Jeff McGivern, and Vivian Bonham Crane, played by Maggie Steed. Boñiface's mother is concerned with her husband's apparent deteriorating mind, as he has recently become convinced that Russians are passing secret messages to each other at the local chess championships. Unconvinced by her father's evidence, Sister Boñiface still agrees to pass along her father's theories to her friends and the police. Lorna Watson plays the scene very well, as you can see simultaneously Boñiface's sadness at the prospect of her beloved father perhaps losing his intellect, and her joyfulness as she transports herself back to when she was a little girl playing with her father. And Maggie Steed's exasperation as the over-controlling mother trying to extinguish any excitement in her two charges is both frustrating and fantastic to watch for fans. But on with the plot. With Felix and Peggy Button now on board to help Sister Boñiface, the story shifts to the British Open Chess Championships being held in Great Slaughter, and it's here that we're introduced to our main suspects. First is Oliver Canning, a well-known chess champion and rival to Anthony Whitlock. This is also the scene where Canning just happens to mention that he's recently returned from a tournament in Leningrad. Next is the arrival of previously mentioned Anthony Whitlock, a chess champion himself, and his wife Nadia Whitlock, a Russian expatriate. Finally, there's Evelyn Turley, who Boñiface's father describes as a rising star of the chess scene, accompanied by his private secretary and trainer, Jack Denbury. The writer of this episode, Kit Lambert, does a wonderful job of intertwining the main mystery plot with the emotional tensions surrounding Boñiface's parents and their perceived disappointment in her choosing to become a nun. The addition of this very personal B-plot, in my opinion, is what elevates this particular episode above many of the others. It also provides star Lorna Watson the chance to expand Sister Boñiface's character by revealing a range of emotions in Boñiface, like possible regret and worry over whether she made the correct life decisions. As for the mystery of this mystery show, it finally turns from being who is the Russian spy to who is the murderer, when Anthony Whitlock is found dead in his room, with the door having been locked from the inside. At this point, Sam joins Felix and Boñiface, and the team sets out to solve another impossible mystery. So as far as my rating, I'll give this episode 4 out of 5 owls. Besides its uncommon and emotional elements, there are also several twists and turns in this episode, which I generally never saw coming, all of which added to my overall enjoyment of the show. If you like this review, please consider hitting the like button and even the share and subscribe buttons. If you do subscribe, you'll be automatically notified when another video from Whodunitville comes out. Thank you for watching.